my beautiful Maddie squad, my name is Madison Brunailer, also known as Madi2theMax, and today I am doing a makeup tutorial, hence you seeing my actual skin right now. And today I am going to be doing a makeup tutorial showing you how to transform into Elphaba from Wicked. I love this show so much. Like, seriously, I've seen it 6 times live. It's amazing. I've gone backstage. It's fantastic. It's my favorite show ever. And last December, I got the chance to see it again, and I was like 3rd row, and it was amazing, and I loved it. And I'm telling you all this because being that close made me go, I want to try and do that makeup look. And I'm not gonna lie, I mainly am doing this video just so that I can make TikToks as Elphaba, because I want to. Come with me on this journey as I transform into something wicked. I'm already wearing my wig, I'm already wearing my costume, and I'm just gonna pull it back so that I'm not getting in my way. So I'm gonna start with painting myself green. And this is a split cake that I made, but the original is from Paradise Makeup. I mainly get it from a site called sillyfarm.com. I'm gonna start with primer. Priming my eyelid. And I know this looks like a cover-up, but it's not cover-up. It's primer, so it doesn't go into those creases, because we wouldn't want that. Just gonna tuck this into my thing. I look like Wednesday Addams at the moment. I'm just figuring this out as I go along, you guys. You're here on the journey with me. And now we're gonna this is just water. The thing you gotta have, wet wipes, very important. They soak up a lot of the excess water in your brush and also help clean up any mistakes really nicely. I'm only using the light green half of this because the other green half is metallic, and I don't want metallic. I don't want to look super shiny. It's not what I'm wanting. I'm just gonna start. Spray your brush. Actually, at the moment, I'm just gonna pull that back out of my way, and we're gonna do this. One short day in the Emerald City. Looks like the cabbage is steamed. Just gonna cover everything in green. I actually had the opportunity to follow or shadow the makeup artist on Wicked. Follow her throughout performance of Wicked, so I got to follow her as she painted Elphaba green. Why am I telling you guys this? Because I'm not just wanting to brag, even though I do like bragging about that particular thing. I remember. She told me that being a makeup artist is 30% putting on makeup and 70% being their therapist. So I just thought that was always something very fun and interesting to think about, because it's not just putting on makeup. You also have to be a good person and listen to people's problems. The point is, you don't want this to be super wet. You want it to be pretty dry so it doesn't come off blotchy. You don't want it to be blotchy because you want this to look like it's her actual skin tone. Like a froggy furry cabbage, the baby is unnaturally green. It's all about the layers, like an ogre or Photoshop. Notice how I'm not filling in my lips and my eyes and my eyebrows, because those are gonna have other things go on top of them, so there's no need to put a layer there. Now, contour. I've seen a lot of people do this where they'll just slap some green on their face and call it a day, and I don't think that's a good idea. And it looks very flat. Like right now, I look very flat because it's just one color. Okay, now I am taking the dark green. I want Alfie to have a very sharp nose. See what I do? I lift my eyebrows, because when I do this part right here, this part becomes thinner. So if I don't contour with my eyebrows up, it looks really weird. And you're gonna start where your eyebrows end, and you're gonna just kind of pull your way forward. Now I'm wanting to have a very thin, sharp nose. Alfie is not your typical hero. She looks like the villain, because in most stories she is the villain, except in this one, which is the actual story, because that's how I think of it. You're gonna just pull it forward. You're gonna see, now you've set up this very natural looking look, right? Totally natural. So you're gonna clean off most of the excess on the brush. I want it barely not wet at all. Lightly drag this color. It's called dry brushing. Usually you have a dry brush to do it with. My brush is too wet, so I'm trying to dry it off. You want the contouring to blend in. You don't want a super sharp line, because then people are going to be like, hey, that's contour. Because what you're doing is you're creating an artificial shadow. To trick the eye into thinking it's not an artificial shadow. I'm going to take this MAC white. This is a technical term we're about to do right here. This is called putting your finger in the white and dragging it up your nose. Again, we are creating an illusion here that this is where the light is actually hitting. Now we're going to take this fluffy brush. I've never actually used this brush for anything. That's why I'm using it for this, because I don't care if I never can use it for anything else except green again. So you're going to wet that up nice and good. And you're going to wet the dark green. Just going to take the dark green here. You want to cut in some cheekbones. And while you're at it, cut in a jawline. Now that you've put that all in place, you're going to attempt to dry off this brush. And then you're going to attempt to dry it off. Blend in the cheekbones. I'm going to take a little bit of the light green and just kind of try and blend that a little bit more there. Like I said, I'm figuring this out along with you guys, so we're going on this adventure together. Again, using the very technical skills of a finger, we're gonna just highlight them cheekbones. Just gonna try and use a setting powder. This is a MAC setting powder, just trying to get rid of some of the shine here. I'm pretty sure that did nothing. Okay, eyebrow pencil. This is a very little eyebrow pencil. Then I'm just going to emphasize her eyebrows. My eyebrows. Elphaba's eyebrows. Whatever. I'm a cosplayer. I'm a little nuts. I think we've established this. Now I want to make her eyebrows pretty sharp. Because again, everyone thinks she's the villain. And they're wrong! I'm guessing if you watching this video, that means you've either seen Wicked or just really love the soundtrack, which is awesome. So question, what is your favorite song from Wicked? Mine is Defying Gravity because it changed my world. Wicked changed my musical world. I had seen, Rent and listened to the music for Rent, and I was kind of like, ugh, this is pretty bad music. I don't like this. This isn't good music. I like the opening number, but that's it. Everything else is pretty bad. I don't like it. I don't see why people like this so much. I then saw Wicked, and it rocked my world. It completely changed my musical taste. And I didn't know that it had changed it at the time. But then I heard the soundtrack for Rent again, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. How did I not like this music before? It's fantastic. Well, I love stories in general that will completely change my viewpoint on characters, especially things like Wicked about the villain where it's like, yeah, no, they're not actually the bad guy. Or shows like Twisted, the Star Kids musical, which I love. That's why, even though a lot of people seem to really not like the Maleficent movie, I love that. I love getting to know the villain and realizing, oh, yeah, no, they're not the villain. Now dark eyebrows. Okay, I'm gonna pull my wig down now because I'm done with the skin. What I'm using for this is Mud Makeup Design. I have black and brown. It's a very small amount, but I got it years ago and I use it all the time, and it's not run out. Black and brown. So he got this light brush right here, and you're just gonna lightly spray it. And you're gonna pick up the black. I'm gonna start with the black. And then you're gonna put that on the edges. You're gonna put it right on the edge of your eye, kind of going up a little bit, and then bringing it into the crease. And it doesn't need to be perfect right now because we're gonna mess with it and make it look good. Right now we're just putting the color on there because we're going to be dry brushing it and blending it in. That's the moral of this makeup tutorial. Dry brushing and blending in. Clean the brush. Clean the brush. And you're going to do the same thing, but with the brown. And you're gonna do the inside of where you just painted. And again, you're just kind of slapping it on there for right now. We're gonna blend it in. Clean it off. And you want this fluffy but wet. Blending it all together. Gonna take this highlight again, and this time using the brush, you are going to dab it in the corners of your eyes, because while Elphaba is not hero looking, she is very bright, and she is extremely smart, and that should reflect in her makeup. Here's me trying to be all philosophical about the makeup and why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because it looks good, that's why. And that is her eyeshadow. I'm gonna use this big eyeliner pencil. I'm gonna outline the water lid because right now we can see that I have pink, and Elphaba does not have pink. She is green. She is green and beautiful, no matter what they say. And words can't bring her down because she's defying gravity. We're gonna take our liquid eyeliner and do a little bit of a wing liner because she needs wings to fly. Well, no, her monkeys need wings to fly. And she needs a broom and some magic, and eyeliner can be very magical. Okay, now we're gonna do eye mascara. Tell you a funny story about Frozen. So I had been a big fan of Wicked for a very long time, so of course I knew who Idina Menzel was. But the thing is, I had her CD, I knew who she was, I'd listened to her music all the time, I knew her from Wicked and her own personal album, but I didn't know what her talking voice was. So when she was in Frozen, I didn't know who was playing Elsa, but when she started singing, I was like, wait, that voice sounds really familiar. And that last note of Let It Go, I was like, that is definitely Idina Menzel. And then in the credits, it was like, Idina Menzel. I was like, I knew it. Curl your lashes. Because it does something, apparently. I'm going to add false lashes. These are false eyelashes that you can get like the 99-cent store. And I actually cut them in half because I don't think you need the full thing. It looks a little weird. And I have black eyelash glue, which I think is genius because white eyelash glue dries and it's white and you can see it and it looks weird. So having black, it'll just dry black, the color of your eyeliner. Nothing matters, but knowing nothing matters. It's just life, so keep dancing through. Just add a little bit right there. In the stage show, she has black lips, but on the promotion, she has red lips, the classic, red lip thing. So I can decide between the two, so I'm actually going to use both. I start by hitting red in the middle and blend it out. And there you have it. We're gonna move on to the hands. And this is very similar to just what you did with the face. Get the green wet, pick it up with your brush, and now you're just gonna brush it on. When I shadowed the makeup artist for Wicked, she actually let me paint one of Elphaba's hands, and it was so cool. I actually got a little bit on my finger, and I did not wash that hand for a week. Just layers. Lots of layers. Here's the first hand. I am not ambidextrous. This much is obvious. Now both my hands are painted green. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit of baby powder. We take baby powder, right? Rub it all over there. Because for some reason, the baby powder absorbs it enough so it doesn't rub off on absolutely everything. It's really, sharp, don't you think? Black. Is this yours, pink? Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Elphaba makeup tutorial. Please let me know if there are some other makeup tutorials that you would like to see me do down in the comments. Maybe something from Steven Universe, or I am definitely considering doing my Rayla makeup from the Dragon Prince. Please let me know if you would like to see that. Like I said, I mainly did this makeup so that I could film Elphaba TikToks, so be sure to check out my TikTok page for more Elphaba goodness, or wickedness. You can also check me out on all of these social medias. You can subscribe if you want to. I make new fun videos every week. Please let me know, what is your favorite musical? Mine is Wicked. I can't get enough of it. And from now until next time, don't you forget to keep smiling. Let's do this and hope nothing breaks, because I planned things out, you know. I just didn't want to have this entire video of me just wearing a wig cap. That would look weird, and we don't want to look weird. If you want to do this, you have to be a talkative person. It's not just like, let me make you look pretty and shut up. I got it. Get it. Stop recording. Ah!